So, the last show aired. It's got like 98% in Rotten Tomatoes, I think. Although, it was. I'd say that most people doing the reviews for Rotten Tomatoes are people who don't even know that it was a fucking game in the first place, never mind having actually played it. So, like, I like The Walking Dead before I read the comic, and now that I've read the comic, I know how terrible the show is. Mostly because of pacing issues. Like, the only thing the show has on the comic is Daryl and Meryl. That's really it. But anyway, the school on Tuesday the 10th of January 2023. I finally started my Illustrated essay moving image. But at the same time, I also got a homework for media about the poster, and I was finally able to do the color isolation. So my poster's done, I've sent that in, although he is asking for it to be in color, so I've messaged him asking if what I did was fine, or if I need to be all in color. I read more of The Handmaid's Tale, went from page 27 to page 56, because the female head of year asked us to read one chapter, then I decided to read the entire, Monday to Friday today, because chapters in Handmaid's Tale are really short. Period 7, I went to the female head of year, and she forgot that. I forgot we were supposed to have a meeting, so I'm speaking to her first thing tomorrow. Also, because the PE teacher was talking to her on the year 10s or something. Speaking of the PE teacher, I forgot to mention, very start of the day, he went up me and told me, yesterday, the guy that was taking care of the toilets, he said that he suspected that people were taking so long because they're vaping, but he didn't know anything about it. I told that to the PE teacher today, and he said that actually they're not really allowed to go in the bathrooms unless they're trained or something, in case they see someone's dick or something like that. I don't know. So it wasn't the PE teacher. It was the study teacher who decided to lock the bathrooms, because people will unlock the bathrooms and not lock them, which I would prefer if they don't lock the fucking bathrooms. But apparently it's because of break. Some of the year 13s like to go in there. That's their spot. Instead of having mentoring period 8, I did homework at that time, and because I really needed the peace and quiet to be able to do it, because of the audio quality of the women's are. Episodes aren't good. Also, I finished what's the name of the book? The Reincarnate by Ray Bradbury. It was very different because it takes place in excuse me. I don't even know what you would call this. Because it was the instead of saying character's name did this or I did this, it says you did this, you woke up and you had ice cream and stuff like that, which Like it seemed experimental. Um, and I was thinking, oh, I didn't research what it was about, so it was weird with that. So it seems like an experimental piece. Uh, the dead living. What would happen if the dead came back in the Fahrenheit 451 universe? Um, but I don't think it really worked out well. I don't know. I think that's it. Let me think for a second. I'm not going to pause the video. Yeah.